Is the way you're trying to build your website right now really stressing you out? For the last 27 days, we've explored practical examples of artificial intelligence, but if you've ever been a part of building or redesigning a website, or maybe just starting one from scratch, they can be crazy stressful. And in my experience, I've done this quite a bit. Most people think of their website as the Mona Lisa. It's this beautiful work of art instead of just a practical tool. They base their designs off of pure emotion and guesswork, and it's killing the connection that they have to their customers before they even launch. So today, for the first time in this series, I'm going to show you an entire end-to-end workflow, and we're going to use AI to basically spy on your top competitors or sites that really inspire you and figure out exactly what makes those websites work. And then we're going to build a custom blueprint, a complete freaking recipe for a kick-ass site of your own. And then we're going to take that recipe and we're going to give it to Lovable AI, which is a cool little app that I'm going to show you today, to basically build and host that website for us. And we're going to do this with $0 and just a couple minutes. And this is the exact process that you can use to skip weeks of guesswork and build a site that is strategically designed from day one to get you up and running so that you can, work on that website or project that you need the website for. And the hope is that we have a lot of fun along the way. So I'm Kmo. Let's get you future-proof by, building a website. Reminder, this is day 28, so if you want to start at the beginning, the link's below. I've been a part of a lot of website rebuilds in my day, multiple companies. I used to work for CrossFit headquarters, and I went through 2 different main site rebuilds. And anyone on here that's ever done CrossFit before, that website is just full of drama. But we're going to do something different today. We're going to use this tool, and we're going to build this. And I can't stress, this isn't a lot of prompts. If I scroll up here that I did when I did this for the first time, I've made a much bigger consolidated version for you today. But you're going to just see, I basically just tried to recreate my AI website. And I did that by wanting to analyze a few different things. And the way that we always start this is say, okay, what would a human need in order to build a website for you? Well, they'd need a lot of information, right? You need to understand who your audience is. Hey, we did that in a previous video, your target audience information. You need to understand your brand voice or your personal voice if it's a personal website. Hey, we also did that earlier in the series too. Then you need to understand what is the best practice and what are other people in your space doing so that you can kind of start at the beginning. You don't necessarily need to, revolutionize the world of websites. I think most people think of websites as being this big, incredible thing that is like their fingerprint. And the reality is that it's, so much more goes into a buying decision or into a connection or community-based decision than just the website. So don't think about it so critically. Just take what others are doing that is working and use that through your specific lens. You also need to understand, again, that lens. What is your brand kit? Your colors, your fonts, your images, blah, 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 all that stuff. And then, the technical bits, like how do you build a website? How do you host a website? There are marketing agencies and web design companies, and are you going to host it in a third party? Or are you going to host it on like Amazon or Google or 1,000 options that are out there? All that costs money. I think the hope today is that we are going to save you a lot of time, because all this does take time. I'm not kidding when I say this. The last company that I worked for, website redesign, took 3.5 months, and I think like $40,000. Just insanity. I'm going to show you a better way. So now that we understand this, I'm going to copy a few people today. But when we do that, I want to walk through this flow. First and foremost, very simple. We're going to take our target websites that we want to analyze, and we're going to take screenshots or PDFs plus the URLs so that we give the AI tool a lot to work with. We're going to give it a prompt, and it's going to give us some outlines and analysis of each of those websites. So it's basically going to take the website and convert it into text language that an AI tool can use to understand what's happening on that page. Very simple. Once we have that, then we're going to take all those outlines. We're going to add in the background of you or your company, right? What services or things you provide or what the website's designed to do, and some website best practices. We can take some deep research on this for our particular area or field, or you can just ask the specific AI tool to use the knowledge that it has, give that into another prompt. Now we're going to get back a website outline structure, like a best practices outline that anyone could use that takes the best of all those worlds, or in particular, those websites you gave it, and spits you out a starting point. With that starting point, now we give it very specific information on us, like detailed target audience information, understanding of your services and value workflow, what propositions you have, history or biography of either you or your company, and your brand voice and your tone. And we say, now take that outline that you've built for me and put it in my specific voice with specific layout recommendations and text copy recommendations for the site. everything that you could possibly want to have. It's going to be right there, okay? And then when we have that, we're going to take that complete detailed outline and the details of your brand kit, like your fonts and your images and colors and all that, and we're going to give that to Lovable, and Lovable is going to literally build us a running website. Ready? All right. So we're going to copy 3 people. We're going to copy Ali Abdaal, famous YouTuber, has a part-time YouTube academy. We're just going to use his homepage. Gemma Bonham Carter, who does a like course creator, brand creator education program, and Justin Welsh, who does stuff on sales training and LinkedIn training. I just think their websites are really utilitarianly beautiful. So we're going to use those to copy today, and that's going to be it. So let's get started with this. I'm going to grab some prompts, and we're just going to go. Now, you could use ChatGPT. I think that works fine. You can also use Google Gemini. I think that's better for this. And you can also use AI Studio. We're going to use AI Studio here in a little bit because we're going to give it a lot of documentation, and I like to be able to control a lot more of the information there. And the latest version of this, because as I'm recording this, these things change every day in AI. We're going to use Gemini 2.5 Pro. I think that's really powerful, and it's really good at this. So we're going to stick right here inside of AI Studio. Very first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a prompt. This is really small here just because it's hard to copy and paste so much text and make it really fun for video. All the prompts are below. Click the link. All right, so we're dropping this in here. We're setting the scene for this prompt. I'm going to say, hey, can you do this for me? And it's going to say, yep, absolutely. And again, this is following the same RGCOA format. It's just, I want to do this quickly. If you want more details about this while it's running, check out the community with Camo. We do deep dives on this whole process and what it's doing. So it's thinking through here. It's giving me some basic information. It says, okay, I think I understand what's going to happen. Just go ahead and give me the URLs. And that's all we're going to do. So I'm going to drop back here. I'm going to say start with Ali's website, and we'll come back and give it to it. Perfect timing. All right, so go do Ali Abdaal's website, pretty please. It's going to come back and say, okay, great. I think I'm good. To allow the model. Oh, wait, what do we got here? Click URL context under tools. Oh, crap. Okay, I got to give it URL context. Great. So let's go ahead and stop. I'm going to say, here's the first site. We're just going to re-kick this. Here is the first site. Now that we've given it access to go look at URLs, which again is why you might want to have PDFs of the website printed or whatever. So cool. All right, it's breaking down Ali's site. This can take a little bit of time, so I'm going to go ahead and use the power of the internet. And we're back. As you can see, that took 39 seconds, so not too bad. And literally all I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll to the top on this one and not response. I guess I didn't need to scroll, but I'm going to click more options. I'm just going to copy all that text. Okay, very simple. And then we're going to go in and I'm going to add this into a brand new document that I have. And I'm just going to click paste. I don't need to do anything else here. And I'm going to download this as a PDF and boom, we're good. It's in my downloads directory right now. And I'm also going to drag this into the folder that we're going to use later on to upload this information. So we've got Ali's, we're good. We're going to go back over to this and say, okay, next website. I can spell next, that works. Next website. And now we're going to give it GBC's website. So we've got that. We're going to come over. We're going to give that in and say, go ahead, do me another analysis. And again, I'm going to fast forward and I'm back. That took 32 seconds. So once again, I'm just going to copy that text. I guess we don't need this sidebar anymore either. And I'm going to go ahead and do another document over here. Again, I'm just going to paste it. I'm going to download that as a PDF. And once again, I'm going to drag that over to the directory that we're going to do. And let's go ahead and do the third one of this. We're going to grab Justin Welsh's website. We're going to come back in here. We're going to say, oh, okay, thanks for my copy information. All right, next, paste, go. And again, fast forward. And we're back. All right, so that one was faster, only took 22 seconds. I'm going to copy that text once more. We're going to come over here. We're going to put that inside of Justin's document and, lather, rinse, repeat. We just did all this. We're going to do it all over again. We've got that PDF. We're going to grab that PDF and here we go. We're good. All right, so now that we've got all those websites sort of analyzed and structured in the outline, now what we're going to do is we're going to go grab another prompt. And this one is going to basically say, hey, I'm going to give you 3 documents. And in those 3 documents, and you know what we're going to do? We're going to get rid of this. And in order to keep this clean, and again, your mileage may vary, do what you want. I'm going to stay within this context window and I'm just going to give it new instructions, okay? You might want to start another set. It's totally up to you. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to upload those files and I'm going to give it Ali, Gemma, and Justin's PDFs and say, here you go. These are the 3 documents that I want you to go through and do. So these are uploading, takes just a couple seconds. And now I'm going to say run. So what I just asked it to do is go through and be an expert on pulling apart for online marketing exactly what works. And I've told it to build me a version for my website. For, I teach AI skills, I'm a US Marine, it gives all my background, all that kind of stuff. And it's gonna make us a pseudo custom outline that I can use. And again, this is just high level structure. We're breaking this down in ways where we're not trying to fit everything into one step. This is, we're doing large prompts, but we're doing chain of thought really in this. We're saying, okay, start with this, then we're going to move on. We're going to go through and I can iterate through the process. And as you can see, it's coming back and giving me, okay, here's the navigation bar. Here's the hero section. Here's your social proof section. Here's the problem and aspiration. It's going to go through and do all of this. And again, this is giving us a basic outline that we can use to get way more specific in the next step. Now, sometimes this will not go deep. I think this went pretty deep. It's giving headline, it's showcasing, it's giving marketing goals. This is exactly what I want, especially the marketing goal. Like, why do I have this section here? So we're going to take this. That took 50 seconds. I'm going to copy all of this now, and we're going to go into, that's Justin's, the site analysis here. So this is the breakdown that we've done. So I'm going to drop all this in, and once again, we're going to download this as a PDF, and I'm going to take that PDF and I'm going to put it into our folder so that we can use it here in a second. So now we've gone through and done step 2. We pulled an outline, and what we're going to say now is, great, I've got it as a PDF, and now I'm going to ask it to create a deep and detailed specific website for me. And this website is going to have all the things that are for me. It's going to have everything tailored. It's going to have the layout. It's going to have the image recommendations. It's going to have like all the text and copy in my voice. And specifically because I'm going to give it a bunch of stuff. So we're going to upload files in here. We're going to upload a lot of these files. I'm going to give it my target audience information. I'm going to give it my tone, how to talk like me. I'm going to give it basic information about my bio. I'm going to give it some conversations I had with a marketing expert and sales expert that I worked with. I'm going to give it my headshot and my topographical information. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm not going to give it those two. Let me pull those out. And I think this works. And we're going to give it that site analysis to say, here is the stuff that you need in order to make this site. So we've got all those things. We're going to say, upload all those documents. It's going to take a couple seconds here. And if we pull up the run settings here, you can see we're only at 65,000 tokens out of 1 million that are available in 2.5 Pro right now. So just things to think about. You have a lot of space to work with in here, but AI Studio, again, really great for working with a lot of documents so you can track that and control the settings. So we're going to say run, and this one will take some time. So I'm going to fast forward so we can get to the results here. All right, we're back. That one will take about 80 seconds. So I'm going to grab this entire outline. Again, it built all the sections of everything that we need here. And I'm just going to make a copy of that same text. And now we're going to go to the detailed website document here. Again, this is just a blank document that I've done. I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup here. I'm going to get rid of the stuff on the top because we're going to use this to give to Lovable. And I want to make sure that it's generally clean. It doesn't have any like extra instructions anywhere. All right, this looks good. There's some floating bullets, but it's all going to work out. So I'm going to download this as a PDF as well, though we're not necessarily going to need this as a PDF right away. It's just something that I want to have available. And now that we've got a detailed design ready to go, we're going to switch over. So I was showing you how this is inside of Lovable, but if we go to the Lovable homepage here, again, this is an online tool that's designed to give you an interactive environment from which to run code or build things. Lovable's pretty awesome. They have a free tier. And when I originally built this, I used the free tier. It gives you a limited number of queries back and forth on the free tier. And I've consolidated a prompt. Again, that's in the document. It's free below, that you can use to make sure you'd never need to use more than the free number of prompts. And then it'll build the website for you. So we're going to create a new project right here by clicking on this site. Hold on, let me refresh. Boop, boop, boo. Thank you very much, Lovable. I appreciate you. All right, and we're just going to tell it, like, I want to create a new website. Now, it's going to spin up a new environment for us, and it knows, okay, I want to create a new website. What's going to happen now is I'm going to come back into this prompt doc while that's loading, and I'm going to grab this specific prompt, okay, right here. This is the detailed analysis that we want to run. All right, there we go. Now that we have this, what I want to do is come back into Lovable, and it's going to give me some basic stuff here. Give me some design inspiration, blah, 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 blah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in this giant prompt. And then I'm also going to attach some documents inside of this. And I'm going to give it the topographical map and my headshot for the website so that it can use those. And then the other thing I'm going to do is add some knowledge. So the way that this works is you can put like global settings inside of these documents, and this is a place where you can put knowledge instructions in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to the detailed website that we did. This is the website homepage outline for with Camo. I don't need to do anything else other than copy this, go back in and dump this into knowledge and click save. Okay. Now it's going to say customs instructions updated. This is great. And now I'm good. I'm just going to click go and we're going to see what happens. This will take a second, but just realize that it's going to take a couple seconds and it's going to work through this. So I'm going to fast forward. You can see this default crap that it built. Here we go. And we're back. So check this out. It took about 2 minutes, like 120 seconds, and it came back with this. Now, check this out. It has all these sections. It's got everything laid out. And look, this background is a little bright. It needs to be darker so that the white text is a little more readable. But you can see this built this entire thing in 2 minutes based on one prompt. Like, check this out, everybody. I didn't do anything crazy here. It's one text paste. That's it. And it built all of this. Okay. Now it came back and it's like telling me more about the styling, and I can come in here and ask it to do anything I want. I can say that background image is a little bright. Can you make it darker so the white text can be read more easily? ? Yeah, that works. So let's see what happens. All right. And again, this takes a few seconds. It's going to go back and look at the code. It says it's working down here, and we'll see what it's going to do. It's like, okay, cool. We're rewriting the index.css. So it's just changing the CSS properties of that image to hopefully make it darker. And let's see what happens. Okay, so the background image opacity has been changed from 20 to 10%. Okay, that's a little darker. So yeah, okay, you can mess with this and you just keep going. And you just talk to it. You say, make the image of me in the top right corner smaller, and it will. You tell it to change the text or change the layout, and it will. And you just have a design conversation with this, and it makes the website. And here's the deal. If you want, you can just click this publish button and it will make it globally accessible. In fact, like, screw it. Let's do that. Yeah, like publish it. Yeah, here's the URL. Great. It's reviewing security. It's publishing. Here's the URL. So when this is done here in just a couple seconds, we'll be able to do it. Okay, great. It's up and running. I can click this link. Let's just do it. All right. This is a public URL. Anybody can go to this right now and you can look at this website. Like, done. It's hosted. And yes, like, this isn't a beautiful URL and you'll have to change, run your own DNS wherever you want. And if you have no idea what I meant when I said DNS, like, Google it, have AI teach you. It's great. And then up here, there's this little button. It's kind of hidden. It says dev mode. If you click it, guess what? Here is the code. And you can export to this. You just click a button and download it. And then you can go host it wherever you want. You can also connect this directly to GitHub or to Supabase if you want to use a database in the back end of this. Like, this is so clean and gives you everything for free. Like, here, take it, run with it. We made some code in 2 minutes. It's yours now. So that's it. Y'all, we just made a website and we based it off of our competitors, and it's got a bunch of sections and we didn't have to really think too much about it. And it's basically in line with our competition, the websites we used for inspiration on this. And I mean, you can do a lot with this, like a lot with this in a lot of ways, but just, this is all about getting started. You can hem and you can haw, and you can go down rabbit holes on website design and getting something up and running. And how do I get this done? Just use AI and get up and running so that you can focus on the things that actually matter with the page or with your business or with your project or whatever that is. And look, we can get tons more advanced with this if we want to. Like, iterate with this over and over again. My picture was too big there. The background was still a little bright. It needs to be darker. Like, just go through and tell it to do that kind of stuff. And then you can export the code. You could put that into code editors. You could put that anywhere. You could give that to your designer if you still wanted to use a web design company or a marketing agency to do this for you, and say, here's the starting point. Here's what I really think we need to do. And then, like, repeat this for multiple pages. Like, we just did one page there, but obviously you can do an entire site with a whole site map worth of content in there. And then, like, export this. You can put this into an AWS S3 bucket and have it statically hosted, and it might cost you like 2 cents a month to host. You can connect this in a huge variety of ways. You can have this turned into, you can have a web hosting container that you drop inside of a serverless function, or drop inside of a infrastructure or platform as a service provider. Anywhere. There's like infinite numbers of this. And look, like, I used Lovable today, but like, there's 25,000 tools that you could use that are just like this. I'm just showing you a pattern on this. And again, we're scratching surface. We didn't dive into each of the prompts, but if you want to learn more about this, that is exactly what community with Camo is all about. We showcase these things on a very regular basis. We deep dive onto these kinds of things every single week. If you like this AI stuff, I do offer AI training courses. One literally starts tomorrow from the recording of this. It's going to be awesome. And the world is your oyster. Please continue your education on this process. So yeah, that's a lot for today. Tomorrow, I'm going to teach you how to make an AI-based email triage system with make.com. It's like my favorite AI automation tool. It's going to change the way you use email forever. And if you made a website with this method, please drop a comment below. I want to check out what you made, and I'll see you all tomorrow for day 29.